Welcome back, everybody. I am so sorry for those technical difficulties. I am Lupul. This is Magic with me, and behind the scenes is Ryleon. Match. Yes. Ryleon is we've had a bit of a technical difficulty, but Ryleon saved it. He saved the stream.
Well, he
Lo and
also
behold.
caused the problem, so let's not give him too much credit, okay,
You
Lupul?
know what? I'm trying to save him, okay? He's gonna get pummeled already, but now he's just like Wookiee's already coming after him already for this, and now you're gonna go after him like that? Going for the throat, my boy. Going for
So
the
here's the
throat.
deal, guys. We can hear Rallion talking to us, and you guys can't. So really, he's just swearing up a storm and telling me I'm fired. But he can't fire me live on broadcast, folks. So let's get into it. PlayVoid
Okay.
Bunnies versus Glacial Carnage from our Dreamshatter series.
Yup.
Lupul should be a pretty exciting matchup tonight.
It is. I mean, looking at these bands, like, gee, bus. Look at this. Like, we have a Silas, Saya, Relia band on the first side of PlayVoid Bunnies, and then Senna, Seraphine, Swain, Zeri so far. And then they pick Camille, Volibear, and Galio for the side of PlayVoid Bunnies. Like, what? What?
Pretty tanky. I also like the Camille Fiora matchup in the top lane because it should be a heavy kill lane, very exciting. Lots of trading going on up there, so it should be a spicy top lane for us to watch. Wukong jungle was my second assumption. We've seen a lot of Wukong as of late. Pretty strong champion all around. Great CC, a little bit of stealth, a little bit of subterfuge,
And I don't even think
Um,
they nerfed or buffed or did anything to Wukong this latest patch, which was
I don't think so.
necessary. They didn't do anything to him. They didn't do anything at all. I don't like why. Why didn't you do anything about this, right? You already know the damage is real. The damage is real. So we're gonna see a Nautilus for the second round of the draft for Glacial Carnage. Again, I'm gonna say it, Primus, what are you doing on the side of DSS? Aren't you just as bad as we are?
Pretty interesting to see Glacial Carnage pretty much targeting the bottom lane here from the side of PlayVoid Bunnies. Senna, Seraphine, Swain, all support champions, and then Zeri and Kaisa obviously playing in the AD carry role. So they maybe think that the strongest lane that PlayVoid has is their bot lane, and they're trying to bring it down a notch. Nautilus is a pretty safe pick, especially into not a lot of AD carries left that are mobile. And of course, we're going to lock in the Ashe, which means all she can do is walk around. Interesting to see what support we pick here. My hope is for something that's going to keep their carry alive, something like a Lulu.
Braum, maybe?
Maybe Braum. Yeah, they don't need a lot of engage here coming from the support because they do have good engage in Volibear and Camille and Galio.
Wait. Galio's the support.
Galio's going to be the support.
And then Zoe's the mid laner.
Good flex pick. Good flex
like
pick.
it.
You guys tricked the casters. Congratulations. Made me
You
look
get-
like a dumb. Good
You
job.
guys get no cookies. Moving on. Let's see what I want to see what Glacial Carnage picks for. Wait, is that a Vigar Nautilus bot lane?
We've been nothing but played tonight, and we're only 2 minutes into the stream here.
And I hate it so much. We're gonna go down the team lines really quick. For the side of PlayVoid Bunnies, we have Torty, Yodoct, Calyx, Nile Rework, and Laser Snipe. Nyla reworked and Laser Sniped. And for the side of Glacial Carnage, sir?
Yeah, for the side of Glacial Carnage, we got Molinax in the top lane, IG Kaisa in the jungle, Haitani in the mid lane, Young Adrian, and Hyab down in the bot.
No. That's not Young Adrian, sir. That's not Young Adrian. That's Boomer Adrian. Boomer Adrian,
indeed.
Yes.
See, I feel bad making that joke because I myself am also a boomer.
I'm not gonna. No, we're still making the joke. Sorry. Nope.
Okay. Well, we'll be boomers together, Young Adrian. Yes. You and I, my friend.
But predictions are live. Magic, how you feeling about this draft?
It's an interesting draft. Honestly, I don't know how to feel about the Vigar Nautilus bot lane. I'm not sure how much kill pressure they have. Obviously, it's an Ashe. She's pretty squishy, so if they land an FCC, she should be dead regardless. And I don't really think Galio changes it that much. I like as an entire comp together, PlayVoid's comp. So my vote, PlayVoid. PlayVoid's going to take game 1. I have faith. I have faith.
You have faith in PlayVoid Bunnies. I mean,
a little bit of faith.
okay, all right. You have to have a little bit of faith. I too agree with PlayVoid Bunny's strategy. I mean, but the thing is that Glacial Carnage's bot lane is just, it's gonna be so oppressive. See,
Yeah.
Nautilus pulling into the baby cage, and then making sure nobody is able to get out, and you know Wukong, that whole wombo combo.
Have you ever been in a game where it's been past the 20-minute mark and you face a Zoe and she hits you with a bubble and then you just die? Like,
Yes,
pick
I
Zoe
have.
win game is my assumption here.
You picked Zoe win game.
Yep.
You honestly believe by those? Are you willing to die by those words? Is that a hill you are willing to die on?
Possibly.
Possibly.
I don't know if you know
Possibly.
this. Zoe actually has a 100% win rate just across the board in all of League of Legends.
No, that's bull. Really? Wait.
It's very true.
That's
But let's just take a look at the predictions themselves. Obviously, Twitch chat completely disagrees with me here, and it looks like our fans are voting Glacial Carnage to be the victors of round number 1. So only time will tell. As you guys can see, we are jumping in. Oh, you guys can't see it, but we are locking in our champs actually in the client here and getting ready for the match. Lupul, as you take a look between these two teams, where's going to be the lane to watch? Where is our pivotal point going to be across the map? Who should we be paying the most attention to?
top lane.
Top lane.
Top lane can make or break anything. I mean, have you seen a Camille 1v9 a team?
Yes,
Camille,
but I've seen a Fiora 1v9 a team.
Exactly my point. So whoever actually gets ahead can 1v9 each team. Camille has the ability to jump around the walls. The riposte from the Fiora is going to be a major thing to do the anti-CCs and all that stuff. So I honestly believe it's going to be a top lane matchup here.
Fair enough. And then Wukong Volibear, I think you know a little bit more about jungle clears than I do. Who's got the faster clear? Who's going to be ganking more? What is the expectation for both of these junglers?
Wukong has the capability to gank from through the walls, so either Raptor side or the Raptors camps, or even through the through certain points where they don't want to deal with it. Where PlayVoid Bunnies will not want to deal with it. But also there is a factor that Volibear does have the ability at level 6 to turret dive. There is the diving potential on their team to make sure that they can secure a kill. And the CC chain from from the top lane, like the Camille jump off the walls into the Volibear CC, and then the Volibear ults the turret, and then just basically they try to go to town on Molinax. That basically might be the play as all times, unless the bot lane on the side of PlayVoid Bunny starts having issues with Boomer, Adrian, Hiob. It's all a hit or miss here. It's basically it. But I believe that Wukong will be able to gank from those angles that Volibear can't.
I do want to bring you back. I think it was actually last night.
Yes.
I was playing Fiora. And we played against an Ashe. Granted, the game went to about the 60-minute mark, but I think Ashe did about 120k damage. So if it's anything like the game we played last night, again, all my money is going on PlayVoid Bunnies because clearly I'm the best top laner there's ever been.
You need to wait. You need to drop that 100k that you got there holding on to, right?
No, I told you I'm holding.
Right.
You cannot make me spend my points. But I will bet my additional 9k. Nope. I don't want to lose it. We're gonna hold on to it. It's okay. You guys, I don't know if you know, we do have some fun bonuses here that you can spend your mythic points on. I have saved up 100,000, and I am going to be requesting that Lupul and whoever he'll be streaming with at that day dress up like cat girls or maids of some sort. So it's gonna be fun. Speaking of cats, Lupul, can you show us your new cat?
I My cat's unfortunately she's inside the room, but I will grab her later on. I promise. I promise she'll be out here later. I promise.
Can you guys imagine having a new kitten and not doing a cat stream? Kind of weird, champ.
Jeez, I only have one
Kinda
camera.
weird,
Leave me
champ.
alone. Okay, but we're gonna go ahead and there's a little thing that we have here that we partnered with here at Mythic Esports called ProComs. ProComps is a tool for League of Legends teams, coaches, and individual players that want to take their game to the next level. They offer live insights and suggestions, such as power spikes, champion suggestions, and useful warnings that will help you make the best possible selection and outcome. Not only that, but they have counters and synergies, tier lists, and patch updates, comp builder, and so much more. Click the link in our about section to see for yourself.
Thanks, ProComs.
Thank you. As you guys can see on the stream right now, it's basically this is what Pro Comps is going to look like. And that being said, it's showing us exactly what kind of team comps they have. As you can see, both have like a siege lane insights, how the jungle is going to go, how the mid lane is going to, how the bot lane is going to go. Also, it's going to show exactly what kind of comp they're going to be doing, as well as showing the how well the early to late game is going to be. It's just a great tool to see how it's going to work out or how it should work out. It might be a bit of a like sometimes teams hardly follow through with this, but we shall see. We have a little video to show you from ProComps. RIP headphone users, please turn down the volume just slightly.
Everybody, hold on. Say something. 3, 41, 9, and lift off! No one dies screaming without me. I feel like I forgot to shoot something. You're starting to bore me. She's such a loser, always ready to cry. Ah, come on. What's the worst that could happen?
Thank you so much, ProComps, for everything. And we are going to go into a spectator delay. Don't touch those browsers. We'll be back for game number 1. PlayVoid Bunnies versus Glacial Carnage.
And welcome back, folks. Again, we are back at it in our Dreamshatter series here.
I am very looking forward to this. I'm very looking forward to this.
Very interesting invade, looking to catch a cheeky kill up in the top side here. As the entirety of Glacial Carnage is now grouped and to find a poor soul in the jungle. Torty now going to be completely caught out here in a 5v1. In comes the Fiora dashing Nautilus.
Don't use anything. Don't use anything.
Smart, he doesn't use any sums. It is a free first blood pickup. Actually, he's going to Vigor on young Adrian here, so a little bit nerve-wracking for now the bot side. Like we were talking about, Nilla and Laser Sniped, they didn't want a difficult lane, but giving over first blood to Vigor, not good.
Yeah, that's not great. By the way, everybody, if you're looking at the stream, unfortunately, it's gonna look a bit naked. Don't worry, it's just a little technical difficulty that we have. It's just wrong, all right? No, we already know it's wrong. We already know. We know. Don't need to point it out. I'm just letting you know. Okay. Moving on, we are going to see a very slow lane, I think, in all lanes except the bot lane, because young Adrian and Hyeop are going to probably want to get that ball rolling. We will be keeping you updated on the young Adrian's stacks.
Laser Snipe dashing in on young Adrian here. Exhaust dropped it immediately here on Nilla rework. Hyeop now is kind of taking the full brunt of those Ashe auto attacks. A large amount of burst damage here on Laser Snipe, though. He's going to limp away with a low HP bar. Lots of trading on the bot side. Only one summoner used in the exhaust from Hyeop there, so I would expect Laser Snipe, once his HP bar goes a little bit higher up, to do another similar engage and try to put some pressure on this bottom side here for Glacial Carnage. In comes the dash. He does have taunt. Hyeop is taunted up. He's forced to dredge line back towards his turret.
Remember what I said, that this lane, like the other lanes are going to be a bit slow, but bot lane is going to be a bit faster?
You did.
Yeah.
Oh. Good trades in the mid lane. Nothing too exciting. Volibear did arrive, but of course, it's Yon. He just flies back to his body whenever he wants, as long as he's alive, so nothing too scary for him there. Laser Sniped again, being relentless on these engages, though. Young Adrian drops the baby cage. Q lands from Nautilus here. We see the exhaust coming across. Ashe is walking away with a low health bar. She's holding on to heal as long as she can. It's first to pop, though. Auto attack's trading onto heal, but IG Kaiser is flanked from the backside. Beautiful flank, and picks up the double kill. Things were actually looking okay for both sides there until a sneaky Wukong popped up out of that jungle and swept up a double. 3 kills to none in the side of Glacial Carnage here.
That was great timing, especially for IG Kaisa. Like I said, those ganks are going to be kind of unethical. You won't be able to expect it, man. Also, they were really pushed up, no vision. It was easy pickings, especially after the heal got popped. They already knew that it was going to be nice, easy time for them.
Yeah, I mean, interesting pathing from IG Kaisa. Just a really early and aggressive gank. I like that. Kind of catches people off guard, especially when we don't have any wards for them in the bot side to be able to spot anything like that out. So, good gank from IG Kaisa there for sure.
This top lane is not as, action-packed as I thought it would be. But I think level 6 is where it's going to start going really crazy. Hopefully. Calyx and Haitani are going to be trading poke, because as you said, Haitani is playing Yon, and really annoying champion to just jump back.
Look mid lane, we're not going to see it yet. Yoda GT is hiding off in the flanks looking for a gank. IG Kaisa spots him out with a sweeper of all things. The pings go down, and both junglers are going to retreat back towards their camps. Actually, Kaisa's still hovering out a little bit longer here, maybe waiting to see if Yoda reappears for a gank.
No.
It's not, starts the recall. Yep, pretty slow across the rift. Nothing too spicy. Already a relatively large gold lead for this early in the game being started for Glacial Carnage, but that's nothing that a little bit of farm and a couple of kills here and there can't recover for the side of PlayVoid Bunnies. IG Kaisa still hanging out in the wings, mid lane, tries to come over, isn't able to make anything happen here. A little bit of damage from Zoe. And again, Yoda GT makes an appearance in the mid lane. So junglers right now hovering in the mid side, hoping to make something happen. But alas, no action, no kills.
I mean, look at the item difference. So much damage on the side of IG Kaisa. The Sheen, the double longsword. He's wanting to make sure that he can clear without any issues. But Yoda GT decides to go with the boots instead. Just go tier 2 boots. Try to make sure that you can get they can get around as quickly as possible without any issues. And oh, nice.
Good trouble here, and a nice Q onto Haitani. There was a good dodge, pretty quick feet there from Calyx. That actually might be our lane to watch. There's a lot going on there, a lot of damage being traded, and I told you, once Zoe gets to that mark, she's gonna start two-shotting people. This is a little bit scary though. Here comes IG Kaisa walking their way down to the bot side here. More action going across in the middle. So back towards his turret. A little bit of trading going down. The Thunder misses from Void here. In comes IG Kaisa though, walking up river, sitting on a pink ward. He is going to be spotted out. But Hyabi and Adrian are here as well. A flash. The Q lands from Nautilus. Void is forced to trade flashes here. Drops the Thunder under his own turret to try to stay alive. No kills, just a couple of flashes traded here and there.
I was not expecting everybody from bot lane to start moving up, but I guess they wanted that priority for that dragon. It was great. No, it was great job, great timing to make sure that they roamed up. Can Calyx only has no.
Calyx forced to flash. Free flash.
It's a free flash. Come on. It's free real estate, sir. It's free real estate.
Here's something that I've noticed, especially a lot from our Dreamshatter teams, is there is a lot of roaming from the teams across the map. It's not just a cheeky support roaming up to maybe pick up a kill, but that was both members of the bot lane there identifying that there might be potential for a kill, and if not, they go for Dragon. As I say, the laser snipe is going in. He gets the taunt on Hyob, misses on Adrian. Hyob is queuing back towards the lane here, lands on the turret, but they do get another snare. Yoda GT has tried to do more damage. Nilla is trying to walk up to get the last auto. It is going to be picked up by Yoda, though. Nilla forced to heal to get Yoda out alive, but he's starting to take some turret shots.
Uh-oh, here comes Haitani.
Is he gonna He's gonna be spotted by the pink ward. We do see pings. Watch out being pinged out here. Laser snipe in the cage. A W drops, but it's not that much damage. He is a tanky boy here on laser snipe. But Haitani here dashes in, forces the flash out of laser snipe.
I don't think the flash was needed. I don't think the flash was necessary. But no. It is Yoda. Wait a second.
Hovering up at the top side is spotted out by a ward. Torty making a relatively risky play here by trying to walk out. But IG Kaisa decides to play it slow and doesn't go for the gank. He's making sure Fiora is able to get those plates no problem. Even catching the wave for his top laner here. Setting up a lot of advantages themselves. That's 20 CS lead up in the top side. And now it's going to be 3 plates to none. So Fiora's going to be coming out a lot stronger and a lot richer in this lane.
Divine Thunder first, most likely, is going to be what Mullinax is after. The damage is going to be very real at that point. But as you can see, Torty decided to take the shot in the dark and by the Executioner's calling early. Good call on that. I like it. Fiora does the healing based off the vital procs.
So, she does.
And also
running grasp too.
And IG Kaisa also has a bit of healing the longer the fight goes on. Haitani's probably going to be building shield bow later on.
This again, IG Kaisa hopefully going to spot a Yoda GT here though. He is sitting in the lack of vision. He shows a little bit too early. IG Kaisa now has the advantage, although down a level here in the jungle. Low level 6, Wukong only level 5. He is going to pick up the Rift Herald and look at Hyob making his roam up. Hyob catches out the Volibear. Pings are coming across. No action goes down. Mullinax and Torty starting to trade, but Torty gets out just fine. A lot of showing and a lot of forcing players to try to bait them into fights to get some ganks here. I really like the action that we're seeing from the side of Glacial Carnage.
Oh, I don't think Laser Snipe is not level 6, so cannot jump in from afar.
But take a look at this. The bot lane here is roamed up from the side of PlayVoid Bunnies, possibly looking to make something happen middle. It looks like Haitani engages in, but they weren't able to get anything from it. Ash Arrow was dropped. I don't know if it missed or if it just didn't have a big impact. Hyop coming in from the side, though, and in comes Kaisa, dropping the ult, getting a knockup on 3 members of the team here. Haitani, though, engaging in. He's kills or ults across the team, but he's picked up and killed. Volibear now is unstoppable. Yoda JT is in. Haitani picks up the kill on Laser Snipes. Is back and forth. Yoda GT, though, 100% winning this duel in the mid lane. Kaylix comes in for a little extra damage. Oh my god, Haitani picks up the kill on Volibear. That execution damage from his little ghost double thing does a lot here. Kaylix, low on health, low on mana, certainly cannot continue to duel this Haitani. That was a pretty big fight there. All for what? Was that a 2-for-2 trade in the mid lane?
2-for-2 trade, and Haitani's probably going to be...
Double. Yep, Haitani goes in. A beautiful dodge back. Haitani's going to take a turret shot. Lives with a sliver Lupul of health.
Oh, that's not a great thing.
Haitani Pog indeed, my friend. Young Adrian, again, abusing this Ashe.
No,
Flashes and the ultimate, picking up a kill. The gap in gold for the side of Viger here is starting to spread. He's got 2 kills, 2 assists, and 30 or almost 40 CS up on the Ashe. Bot lane definitely not going the way that PlayVoid Bunnies wanted it here. Gold.
By the way, stack check on young Adrian. It's going to be 103 stacks already 10 minutes into game. And we are looking at that gold difference. We just saw that gold difference, and it is great.
It's staggering, yeah. Almost 2K in the favor here for young Adrian over the Ashe. And as I say, this Haitani engaging in again on that Zoe. There's not much Zoe can do other than bubble and try to put him to sleep, but he's still able to get back once his little ghost buddy expires, or his soul, or whatever it is that he does. Whatever bullshit he has. In comes Yoda GT trying to engage. Wukong ults in across the back. Laser Snipe looks like he's just going to sacrifice himself for the better good of the team, but he is picked up here, and Glacial Carnage is looking to transition that into their second dragon of the game. Oh, maybe not. Gyob and Tani are engaging in the mid lane. Kaylix is just caught out. There's not much you can do there. When you get flashed on by a Nautilus and you get blown up by a Yone. Hyop clearing out vision. Dragon is picked up for the side of Glacial Carnage here. And what seemed to be a small lead in the beginning is very quickly transitioning into a snowball here. 13 minutes into the game, and they've got pretty much a 5K gold lead.
It's just going to get wider because here it comes again. Young Adrian's probably going to be able to do it. Has Primordial Burst up.
Good job there of dancing in the gate. Neither ultimate is traded there. Ash was be looking to see if he would take a turret shot. Torty is in trouble. We got Hyop, we've got Haitani here. They choose not to pull the trigger on this dive, though. Fiora probably just wants to continue that farm up in the top side, getting the CS, getting the turret.
Going for Rift Herald number 2.
They are. Haitani here has quite literally zero fear engaging on anybody in the fog of war. It is 4 members for the side of Glacial Carnage now hovering around this Rift Herald pit as they're slowly chipping it down. Hyop completely face taking. Sleepy Trail lands, but it's not enough. Yoda GT comes across.
Got it.
Can't tell who picked it up though. But a kill across to the side of Yoda GT though. Haitani picks up the kill on the backline himself. We've got a full health. Wukong on full health.
There's young Adrian.
Young Adrian just absolutely blows up the Galio, and Zoe drops as well. Things are looking a little bad here for the side of PlayVoid Bunnies. That was a 3-for-1 trade.
And pick up the Herald as well.
Yes. Fiora scooped that up, so she's most likely going to look to drop that top lane after the turret falls to see if they can pressure and get a second turret kill pickup. But Nilla and young Adrian again fighting. But we're at the point now where young Adrian doesn't even have to pop ult to be a kill threat against that Ashe when he's got them trapped in the trouble bubble. Young Adrian, the trouble bubble, I mean the stun gate. Young Adrian, baby cage, sure. Level 9. Level 9. He's a monster, a menace on the Rift.
I will give you guys an update in a minute, but I'm not sure if we're going to be having a bit of a action going on. No, I'll give... Really quick before we have any action going on, we are looking at 147. Like 5 minutes, 5 minutes difference. That's fast. Like, this is insane. Even for a Vygar, this is insane amount of AP stacking.
Oh, Haitani here. He is going to catch out Calyx. Calyx drops the sleepy bubble. Haitani doesn't really mind. Just going to walk it back out, pick up some farm here in the bot lane. There's not much Calyx can do against the Yone at this point. I do not believe that they can win that 1v1. And as we see, Glacial Carnage just being bullies in the side of PlayVoid Bunnies jungles here. 3 members trying to secure this red buff from Yoda GT. Yoda's doing his best to try to drop some damage, see if he can pick it up, but it's not going to be enough. Now we see some top lane action. Molinax is trying to duel the Callista. Camille. Dude, I think I'm having a stroke. Holy moly.
Are you okay? Okay. Do we have to call a doctor? Do we have to call a doctor for you?
Not for me, but for PlayVoid Bunnies, man, we might have to. Holy smokes. You can't roast me, I'll roast somebody else.
It's an 8K gold lead. I honestly believe the only way that, you know, PlayVoid Bunnies can get out of this. We see a lot of gold on the side, a lot of gold shut down on the side of Glacial Carnage. Don't go for the Fiora. That's a very bad idea. I'm gonna say that right now because Fiora can, if Molinax is as good a Fiora player as we honestly can see, then.
Oh my goodness, Haitani though engaging on this poor Zoe. A lot of damage being traded across. Ignite dropped for Zoe here. Haitani only has his little health shield there proc from his Mythic and is able to walk away. No harm, no foul.
I mean, look at the item difference between Glacial Carnage and PlayVoid Bunnies. We have 4 out of 5 mythics. We have 4 out of 5 mythics, and we have 1 completed item in the top lane, and the mythic item for the jungler.
To be fair, you do get a lot of stats out of the Hull Breaker, especially when you're off on the lane solo here. So not necessarily a bad spot for the Camille, but she's definitely not winning these 1v1 fights against the Fiora.
Not until she gets that Divine Sunder of her own. Reason being is because it's just going to start doing a lot more healing. Yeah, oh, here we go.
Some Molinax drops the ult. Camille is trying to engage back in to give Galio something to ult to. Galio comes across, but he does miss the taunt. A knockup lands on the Fiora. Fiora doesn't really mind. She's dashing around looking for those special spots to touch that Galio and to hurt him real good. Zoe, a little bit of poke into the lane. Bleeds through. Young is getting flanked here by Yoda GT. Yoda 2 levels down, not afraid to dance the devil's dance in the jungle here. Ashelter comes across, but it only lands on Hiob. The entirety of Glacial Carnage is there to respond. Yoda GT is trying to just establish some vision control in his jungle while he's watching all of his camps fall to the red side. Things are looking dire. Rift Herald is popped on the top side. The outer turret about to fall here for the inhibitor in the top side. Big chunk. Mullen is just kind of doing what they want up in the top lane.
It's like a Juggernaut 2.0. It's like a Juggernaut 2.0, but for champions.
Yikes. Yikes indeed. 10k gold lead now, 19 minutes in. Third dragon has been picked up. Things are looking a little bit dire here.
Infernal Soul as well is a big problem for this against this team. So much damage from everybody except Hiob. I mean, Hiob can basically just face tank anything that they need him to face tank. And it's one of those things where I honestly believe that they need to go after, in this order, Young Adrian, Haitani, then they can start dealing with, I don't know, Molinax, as they have to do like 4 people all on one. But they have to try to figure out a way to make young Adrian pop the baby cage. They also have to figure out how to get some more heal cut, because a lot of these champions, 3 out of the 5 champions do have healing. Passive, like with the Immortal Shield Bow from Haitani, the passive from Wukong, Fiora having the Divine Thunder. Yep, and with the everything as well. But they just need to make sure that they catch out young Adrian. I know it's very difficult because Hiob is basically stuck to Adrian's side now, as well as IG Kaisa, because they have figured out that is one of their win cons. And Molinax is just going to split push. it's like a 1-3-1 split, but Mullinax is a giant. You come after me, I kill you. All right? Even Torty
Yeah,
can't step up that far.
you're right. I think PlayVoid Bunny needs to start being able to get picks here. And they have Ash, they have Zoe, so they have tools to make it happen. But Glacial is doing a great job of not leaving anybody solo aside pretty much from Mullen. So PlayVoid really needs to start pulling the trigger and start trying to take some fights to pick up some gold here before it is too late. Already down 11k at the 20 minutes mark. It is
Also-
pretty hard to come back from this. They
Also,
really
look at
need
the
to start
vision.
making plays.
Oh, sorry. Look at this
No, you're
vision.
right.
Look at the vision up in that top lane. They want to pull the trigger on that Baron. They want to. But the fact is that they that PlayVoid Bunnies has Calyx and Calyx Sleepy over the wall with the burst. As you said, Calyx can nuke somebody even if in the right situation. And also Ash can also get that Ash ultimate and glacial, the glacial arrow, and make sure that it gives them enough time to get there. But we'll just have to wait and see, because now they're just digging inside there. Ash had to pop flash. Look at this.
Yeah, Yoda GT is getting engaged on here though. I mean, again, there's just abuse of this Yon just dashing in into his spectral form and beating the crap out of PlayVoid Bunnies here. There's not much they can do because as soon as he's in danger, he pops back. There's no stopping that. So, again, we need to see these triggers pulled. We need to see sleeps. We need to see an Ash arrow. And we need to see it soon so they can pick up kills. But if they keep playing the slow game, they're going to continue to get starved out, whether it's by farm or this crazy amount of vision control that they have in the side of PlayVoid Bunnies jungle.
I know they're trying their best. By the way, quick stack check on for young Adrian. We're looking at 217 stacks.
How much AP is that total right now?
That right now is a grand total of 504 AP.
Oh my goodness, and he doesn't even have the death cap.
Not death
That's
cap
a
yet.
lot. That's a lot.
That's a lot of AP right there. Now the issue with this is that he's been getting, in other words, young Adrian's been getting a single AP per minute. Almost. Just about. That's scary. Especially on a Vigard. Like, anybody, like, even if I said Nasus, like, you wouldn't believe me if I said that.
Take a look at this split here. Fiora is going almost unmatched. Calyx is up there, but Calyx cannot 1v1 that Fiora in the slightest. So Fiora is getting a good split push off here. And again, look at all this pressure from the side of Glacial. Haitani goes in. Half health Volibear and comes out unscathed.
Oh, laser caught in the baby cage.
Gate, yep, and the snare locks it up. Haitani lands the ult. It only lands on Yoda GT here, though. The exhaust drop. Ash decides to ult. Cleanse popped from the Vigor here. Camille tried to dance with Haitani here. Haitani does go down, but it is traded for Camille. We're going back and forth.
Oh, for young Adrian.
Down. Young Adrian still at full health. Wukong doing his best, but he goes drowsy. Kills picked up for the side of PlayVoid Bunnies, but oh my goodness, young Adrian absolutely deletes the Zoe.
Look at Mullen, by the way.
That was a 5v4 as Mullinax is having his way with the top side here, taking turret after turret. That's inhibitor and one Nexus turret down. Huge trade in the favor of Glacial Carnage. And young Adrian walks away, still no deaths, racking up the AP like nobody's business.
That was a very in favor trade for Glacial Carnage. So much CC on the side. It was kind of looked like a split fight somewhere in the middle of that. Then they finally got back on track. But again, young Adrian is the one that's been laying down all the CC, but they couldn't get to him. Again, like gosh, Vigard is just so annoying.
He's playing with cleanse, right? So he was forced to cleanse the Ash ultimate, which did land on him. Great play there. And he didn't even have to flash away.
Here comes
Dragons being started for the side of Glacial Carnage. It is quickly going down. Yoda JT is just getting up close enough to watch the dragon fall. Calyx possibly AFK. Maybe something is awry. Is picked up in the jungle. Mid laner down for the side of PlayVoid Bunnies, and it looks like Glacial Carnage is deciding to group up here in the mid lane and making their way towards Baron. And of course, who do we have alone split pushing in the bottom?
Mullinax.
The Mullinax.
Oh man, it's I I get I said it a lot of times. I think I've said it like so many times already. I gotta give props to PlayVoid Bunnies for playing in the DSS. They're an SBS team playing in DSS. You know what I mean? I
Look,
still
I think you learn really, really well from playing against players that might have a higher skill level than you or just a different understanding of the game. They are putting up fights and they are getting favorable trades. But when you're playing against players that know how to push a lead,
yeah.
it's pretty hard to turn. And I think what we saw top lane literally just kind of won the war of attrition. Nothing crazy happened on the top side, but Molinax through turret plating and through farm just picked up a lead early and shoved it down.
Oh my
Molinax
god.
is literally threatening 3 players of PlayVoid Bunnies
Oh,
here.
there it
As
is.
the rest of Glacial
Oh
is
no.
taking the base. Laser Snipe tries to go in and knock up Molinax. It's not enough. Mullen absolutely blows him up. Haitani here lands a beautiful ult across PlayVoid Bunnies. Picks up 1 kill. In comes Hiab. Noah is trying to land the stun on Mullen under turret, but dies a little too quickly. That is another outer turret picked up here. Glacial Carnage is going to pick up possibly 1 last kill, but certainly 1 last turret to look to end the game.
Jeebus.
Jeebus indeed.
And that is, I will call game, my good sir. Game, not set match, but just game. For game 1.
That is
But
game 1 going to the side of Glacial Carnage. Good game for both teams there. It's time for game 2, Lupul.
yes.
Or at least we're going to set up game 2, folks. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I got nothing to say. I'm just like, just my eyes are just kind of like wide. I'm going to say that I think PlayVoid Bunnies just needs to learn to work on one specific lane. Like I said, like if they just worked on one specific lane, but we'll go more into that when we come back for game 2, while we're getting set for game 2. Don't touch those browsers. We'll be right back. Game 2, PlayVoid Bunnies versus Glacial Carnage.